When I tell you the amount of fragrances I have, you're gonna be shocked. You need to sit down for this one. Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, I am going to be ranking all of my fragrances in my collection. I am super excited to do this. I don't think I've ever done ranking fragrances before, but I've been trying to step more into my fragrance girly era. And since I just did some organizing in my beauty room and organized all of my makeup collection, I have a full, like almost hour-long vlog on that. I was like, you know what? I never did anything with my fragrances. So I was pulling them all out to decide how I wanted to organize them. And then I thought, let's rank them. So that is what we are going to be doing. I will link all of the fragrances that I have in my description box and also the YouTube shopping button, including the makeup that I'm wearing today. Pretty light makeup, which is what we've been doing recently. But let's get started. And like I said, I'm ranking all the fragrances in my collection. I have 10. I have 10. I feel like that's a pretty low number. I feel as though maybe some people might be surprised that I only have 10. Now, I'm pretty sure I have like 3 or 4 in my empties bins. Like I have a Kayali empty in there. I have like a replica one in there. Maybe like a Michael Kors one in there. Like I have a handful of fragrances in my empties bin, but I wanted to count the ones that I have in my collection that I'm trying to figure out like how I want to organize them and where I want to set them up and that sort of thing. But it's only 10. And I feel like that's a pretty low number, especially for someone who says she's trying to get more into fragrance. But I literally used to own like 2. And I would always forget to put it on. I was always forget to wear it. And now I have some like on my bathroom vanity. I have some like right before I go to walk out my door. I have some that I keep in my on-the-go makeup bag. I have a Shop My Stash video coming up where I make my picks for February and I change out the fragrance that I have in there. But also I don't want to be super overwhelmed. Just like with my makeup collection, I try to keep a minimal for being a beauty YouTuber. I try to keep a more minimal collection. So 10 I don't think is terrible. I feel like it's pretty small, but it's not terrible. And let's rank them. Starting at number 10, this is one that I feel like I really just keep for like decor. I don't love the scent on this one. And honestly, when Charlotte Tilbury came out with these fragrances, I didn't really lose my mind over any of them. I was sent these in PR and I was so excited about it. And they just sent one like full size in like the pretty bottle and everything. And then everything else was sent as like a tester. But the one that they sent me was probably my favorite from all the ones that I tried. And this one was in Calm Bliss. But still, I think maybe I've worn this like 2 times. It's really just like a pretty bottle. This is $150? No. There's no way. There's no way. 100 milliliters? Is that what this is? 100 milliliters. It is. This is $150. See, sometimes I don't think it's a bad thing that I haven't gotten super into fragrances. That just slapped me in the face. I forget like how expensive they can be. And this is why I normally purchase like travel sizes like this because, oh my Lanta. Okay, Calm Bliss, $150. This is Serenity in a bottle. But I love reading fragrance descriptions, okay? So we're gonna focus on that a lot in this video because I find them to be really funny. Boost your feelings of serenity with emotion boosting molecules in my fresh floral aquatic perfume. 93% of people agree that they felt calmer. So the magic fragrance notes, it says heart note, watery accord, top note, lavender oil, and base note, white musks. It's supposed to have emotion boosting molecules with sweet neroli oil and refreshing watery accord to enhance feelings of serenity. So each one has like these different like emotions that you're supposed to be able to tie to each one. So I liked this one because, you know, how it was saying like kind of like why can I not speak? Like I want to say like it smells very fresh. And not necessarily like I've just walked into like a pool. You know how like the smell of like indoor pools, you kind of get hit with like the chlorine. It's not necessarily like chlorine, but it definitely gives me some sort of watery vibes. Maybe a little bit more on like the tropical side. I think this is also why I've never been a fragrance girly because I can't describe them to save my life. I like to read the descriptions and everything that it's about, and then I go into trying to explain it and I'm like, it's like water, but like fresh water. Again, the bottle is super pretty on it and all the things, but it's not my favorite scent. It's not my go-to, but it looks pretty displayed. $150. All right, next up we have a little tester that I got from Scentbird. So when I was trying to get into my fragrance era, Scentbird was a really good option for me. This is where you can get like, they come in like little friendly travel cases, which is great. So I have a bunch, so sometimes I can like pop ones like this into them, or a lot of times I just take them out. That way I can just easily see what the fragrance is. But so I have a couple in here that I've gotten from Scentbird in the past, but Confessions of a Rebel, this is Get a Room and Order Champagne. I think there's also just Get a Room. All right, so this one for the full size, for the 100 milliliters, it's $125. All right, for the 8 milliliters, so more of like the travel size version of it, is $28. So that's why I tend to buy like the travel sizes. And it's also nice because then you just kind of get to see like what works for you, what you love, what you don't love. Do you want a full size of something? Do you just want another travel size of it? For me, I mean, some of these that I'm going to show you, including this one, like I've had this for a hot minute and I haven't gone through it yet. So that's how much I used to not wear it back in the day, versus I've gotten a little bit better now, whereas I have some that I just purchased recently that I'm going through them. And I think like my Shop My Stash series really helps me and all of those things. But this one I still have like well over half in this one because I like it, but it's almost just a little bit too strong for me. She's Get a Room's darker, more seductive sister. So there is just Get a Room. So this is the darker, more seductive sister. And despite the line of eager suitors fighting for her attention, she's not yet ready to call a cab home just yet. That's why I love reading these. Last call isn't an ending. It's a new beginning for all sorts of mischievous adventures, and this heated, provocative mix keeps the party going. Raspberry and mandarin open the scent with a juicy, in-your-face flair, as night-blooming jasmine and sensual cocoa whisper sweet nothings into the mix. Like a transcendental beat heard through the midnight fog, patchouli drips into vanilla, blurring the lines between reverie and reality. Draw the lines, bolt the door, and get the bottle on ice. This is going to get good. I am just so jealous of fragrance writers. Like, this is what they get to do. This is what they get to come up with. That's so amazing. So this says it's traditionally feminine, but smells great on every body. So in the fragrance family, it says this is woody fruity. I do tend to like woody scents, I'll say. So it says, when woody notes skinny dip in a pool of ripe fruit juices, the woody fruit blend will make your heart skip a beat and then some. So it's apple tree, mandarin, cypress, vanilla, and clary sage. So again, I do like this one. It's almost, it's just like it's a little too overpowering for me in like the slightest way. I like a lot of these fragrances I have in my collection. Again, I only have 10. So it's not like I have like a bajillion that I've like bought and tried and didn't love and they're sitting here. Like, I just have 10. I think they're all pretty good. It's kind of hard to rank them, to be honest. I like this one and I'll still like, I can see myself using this guy up. It's almost just like a hint too overpowering for me. Like, I want you to smell me, but I don't want it to be like, girl, what you trying to do? Get a room, get some champagne, you know? So I like this one. I just don't like love it, you know? Same with the next one. So this would be number 8. This is from Dossier and this is in Woody Sage. So again, I like Dossier. The brand is kind of known for having similar products to some more high-end and much more expensive fragrances. So again, as I was trying to dip my toe into the fragrance game, and also kind of learning what I liked the most. Do I like vanilla scents? Do I like the more unisex scents? Do I like the fruity? Do I like the woody? What is it that I like? Dossier was a nice option for me. And I also like their bottles. So for the 50 milliliters, it is $29. And then if you wanted to do the 100 milliliters, it's $49. So you can see that it's, you know, quite a price difference from the 150 and the 125 that I was talking about. And this one here is the 50 milliliters. And this is still a very big bottle. Now this one is inspired by Jo Malone's Wood, Sage, and Sea Salt. Now, I actually have that one. I had like a really tiny little mini of that one. I think that one might be in my empties bin too. I honestly don't think these were super similar because I liked the one from Jo Malone. I thought it was like very fresh and like kind of clean, and I liked and it was the reason why I picked this out from Dossier, was because I was like, oh, I do really like that one from Jo Malone. This one to me just, it's like a hint off. Like, I still like it, I still use it. I typically like to wear this in the daytime because again, I feel like it has a little bit more of that like softer, like the Get a Room and Order Champagne. This is definitely more of a night fragrance to me. This is like something that I would wear on like a date night or a girls' night out or something along those lines. This to me is definitely a lighter, more of a daytime one. So it does say that it's a unisex. It says opens with a lively cocktail of fig and grapefruit pierced by the scent of sea. Utilizing a mineral salty accord and cologne, this combination perfectly mimics a fresh sea breeze. Next, we travel greater depths with notes of ambery driftwoods and sage stepping on the scene. The result is a combination of aromatic raw materials paired with floral, minty, earthy, and camphorated notes. Natural, evocative, and lively, woody sage is a breath of fresh air while standing atop a seaside cliff. I can practically feel the salty air in my hair. So I also like that on here, it puts the notes, like on the Dossier perfumes, it puts the notes at the top. So the top notes, fig tree and grapefruit, middle notes, marine notes, and ambrette, base notes, clary sage, and amberwood. Again, if you are between them, honestly, I do like the Jo Malone one better. And this one I do think is similar to it, but it's not as like fresh smelling to me. I feel like the Jo Malone has a little bit more of like the sea breeze. Like that's what I can get. Like this like salty sea air is more what I can get with the Jo Malone one. This one is like right there. It's like right behind it. But again, you are getting, you know, quite a bit of a price difference as well. So if it's something that you kind of want to see, but I've had this for a while and I still feel like I have a decent amount left. Whereas like another Dossier one that I really love has quite a bit less in it. So because it's just not one that I reach for very often. Again, if I'm like going out during the day and I just want like a little something, I'll spray this on me, but not a total favorite. All right, next up, this is another one that I got from Scentbird. This is from Commodity and this is in gold. I have another one from Commodity. Oh, I think it's right next to it actually. Yes. So we have what, 10, 9, 8, so 7 and 6. So I have Commodity Gold and then Commodity Milk. Honestly, Commodity Milk is one of my newest fragrances. So I kind of put it in the middle here because it is my newest fragrance that I'm going to be talking about. So I feel like I really like this. I just mentioned this one in my January favorites. I was like, this is the one that I have by my door. But when I'm looking at all of my fragrances and I'm ranking them, like the one that I have at number 1, I've had for such a long time. The one I've had at number 2, I've had for a long time, used a lot. The one at number 3, had it for a long time. So I kind of wanted to put Commodity a little bit more, or Commodity Milk a little bit more in the middle because it's newer in my fragrance collection as a whole. So for the 100 milliliters, that one is $150. The notes are sweet, woody, and vanilla. So I like the woody. Rich enough to bathe in, this decadent fragrance is an intoxicating journey to one's innermost desires, thoughts, and impulses. Its warm gourmand scent is a luxurious blend of molten amber, creamy sandalwood, and sweet vanilla. Again, I like it. I think this is a good night scent as well. I feel like I tend to gravitate towards night scents. I don't know what that's about. For all of you who, there's probably so many of you watching that are so much better at fragrance than I am. Are you more of like a daytime scent or a nighttime scent? I guess maybe for me, I think because I do work from home, so I'm not really going a lot of places during the day. Maybe, and I go more at night. Maybe that's why I kind of lean towards fragrances that I'm like, oh, I feel like these are better for the girls' night out or the date night or like just a night out on the town in general. And I like this one because I do feel like it's a little bit more warmer and a little bit like more sensual at the same time. So again, I like this one from it's kind of, or from Commodity, it's kind of coming right in the middle there. Okay, so since I just mentioned this in my January favorites, I was kind of cracking up because when I was reading the notes, so this one says it's unisex, again, something that I tend to go towards, with notes of marshmallow, mahogany, and cold milk. It's warm, creamy, and comforting fragrance that's part of Commodity's expressive scent space. So again, this one is the Commodity Milk Expressive, so I think there's a few different ones. So again, notes cold milk, marshmallow, mahogany, tonka bean, skin musk, and white cedar. The scent type is warm, sweet gourmand, and woody, and the fragrance family is warm and spicy. I tend to gravitate towards warm and spicy. When I saw the marshmallow, I was cracking up because I consider marshmallows a food group, so I was thinking that was so hilarious. Again, I honestly feel like if I was doing this ranking video like 1 month ahead, I might actually put it over a couple of the other ones. But again, because this is my newest one, I kind of wanted to still kind of keep it in the middle there. But this one is so nice. From here on, these are the ones that like I really enjoy and that I really like keep coming back to. Again, this is the one that I put by my door of like, just in case I forget to spray it, I'm like, ooh, I got this one. And I was saying that I might put this in my next shop my stash bag. This is the one that I want to reach for because I just like that spicy scent, that warm scent. It just makes me feel I'm getting ready for a girls' night tonight, and I think this is what I'm gonna wear. Okay, at number 5, I have one from Sol de Janeiro, and this is their Cheirosa 62. So I also have this as the, like what comes in the plastic bottle, and it says it's like the hair, like the body and also the hair mist. This one says Eau perfume, but I like this scent so much. So I mentioned the other one, I think it was in my 2024 favorite. I was saying how much I like that, and especially as a daytime scent. So again, like I've been saying, I mostly go towards nighttime, but I think this is a really good for both, but daytime because it almost is like bright and cheery. Like when I spray this, I think I was saying in that favorites video that like when I would like spray it, like just my whole office would seem like more cheerful. Like it's like sunshine. Like it's like sunshine in a little bottle here. So this one is so nice. I'm having a little bit of trouble finding the exact price on this one because there's so many like different kinds. I'm seeing like $78 maybe, somewhere in that price point for the full size. Again, this is the travel, which I think is great. So this one says, the top notes are pistachio and almond, middle notes are heliotrope and jasmine, base notes are caramel, vanilla, salt, and sandalwood. So someone said there's a review on here, it says sunny yet seductive. That's the perfect way to describe it. The warm scent is bursting with enticing layers of pistachio and salted caramel to keep you Cheirosa from sunrise till sunset. That's from the brand's website. Oh, that totally makes sense. Sunny yet seductive. That's like the perfect way to describe this scent. So again, you can use it day and night. You can be sunny during the day and seductive at night. Oh, no wonder why I like this one so much. That's so funny. So this is coming in at number 5 from Sol de Janeiro. And then one, I feel like I just meant, did I mention this in a favorites? Or I know this is in my Shop My Stash bag right now, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But at number 4, we have from Ellis, Brooklyn. This is Miami Nectar. I really like this scent so much, and I'm so happy because the last video I did was a PR haul, and I actually got PR from Ellis, Brooklyn. I was like, am I becoming a fragrance girly? I was so excited, and it was so funny because in the video you can just like see, like I was like, wow, this is so great. Like I was just so excited because again, like we are learning in this video, fragrance is very expensive. So I was super pumped about that. They sent me a full size of the Miami Nectar and also a full size of Salt. Okay, so it looks like this one retails the full size for $115. Oh, so that's a lot. The travel size one is $33, not as bad. All right, this says lush, extravagant, tempting. A hot Miami summer, the beach at sunset, art deco pools and neon lights meet Miami Nectar, a lush and extravagant tropical gourmand fragrance. I think I do like gourmand. Miami Nectar is a scene-stealing perfume opening with pink pineapple and coconut water and backed by plumera, vanilla, sweet amber, and salted woods. This one is so good. I put this in my Shop My Stash bag because it was a little bit newer to me as well, and I was like, this is so nice. To me, I feel like it's a little bit more daytime as well, but it can also lean to the night. To me, I feel like this is a little bit more daytime and a little bit more like vacation-y vibes. Like it is like I'm going to Miami, which I'm actually going to Miami in April. I'm hosting a group trip there with my friend Angelica Nikvist, who knows much more about fragrance than I do. If she's watching this video, she's probably just like shaking her head at me like, girl, you have no idea what you're talking about. I don't, it's true. But we are hosting a group travel trip to Miami. So we just had a live call with everyone who's going last night, but we do have room available on that trip too. So I can be sure to link it in the description box if you're interested in coming on to Miami. But I think Miami Nectar will be a great fragrance to bring for that one because I definitely get the vibes from that scent. Okay, next up, this is a perfume that I've had for, okay, what's the difference between perfume and fragrance? When should I be saying perfume and when should I be saying fragrance? I don't know that answer. And I feel like if I'm trying to be a fragrance girly in 2025, I should know that answer. Let me know. But I've had this one for a while. I actually got to go to a Killian event in Las Vegas and meet the man himself, who was so friendly and so kind and like so happy everyone was there. I was like, oh my gosh. And we also got perfumes, and it was signed by him, but it was like with a marker and it came off, so like that's very sad. But this is from Killian, and this is Sunkissed Goddess. Now this is a really nice bottle. I have had this for a while, and to me I feel like it's almost kind of like a never-ending bottle of perfume. I'm like, I was taking this on vacations. When I went to Greece last year, like this was the fragrance that I bought for like 10 days. And I'm like, I feel like I'm not putting a dent in this, but I really like this one. And is this telling me it retails for $295? I thought $150 was a lot. $295? Damn. Okay, well, this says Killian Paris introduces the new summer limited edition fragrance inspired by Manoi oil, Sunkissed Goddess. Our founder reinterpreted this traditional Polynesian elixir with a luxurious halo of warm sunlight and fresh narcotic florals to heighten his multi-sensorial memories of summer. Sunkissed Goddess is an invitation to live summer scent and sensations all year long in scent, oil on body, sun-kissing skin. The fragrance opens with its main opulent accord of creamy white tiara flowers and sensual lang-lang essence. It leads into the accord's heart, a full and warm body of coconut and vanilla, finishing with notes of guaiac wood and cystic labadum, no idea. Both oil effective signatures of Killian Paris for their resinous, deeply vibrant, and long-lasting appeal. The perfume notes, lang-lang essence, this tiara flower, and coconut, and $295. Wow. So this, when I said on my Greece trip of why I like this one, and I feel like, honestly to me, I feel like I ranked this a little bit higher because I've had it for a while and I've taken it with me so many times. Like I've taken it on trips, like I said. I think I took it to Italy too, and I took it to Greece. It was kind of like my vacation travel fragrance there for a minute, and I just feel like I have so many good memories tied to it. So, and also like I said, with the Ellis Brooklyn, the Sol de Janeiro, and with the Milk Commodity, those are all a little bit newer to me. Again, if I would have done this video like a month ahead, I might have placed them over the Killian, but because this has kind of become like that fragrance that I know that I always have, like I actually pulled this one out of one of my travel skincare bags. Like I have a bag with like skincare and hair care that I just always keep at the ready. This was the fragrance that was in there. So it's kind of like I can rely on it because it's not really that warm and spicy like I tend to go for. It is more like floral. It is more like sunny, summery, vacation type scents, but I feel like I have so many good memories attached to this one. I've heard people say that they buy fragrances in certain locations because they have it and will remind them of that trip or that vacation that they took or that sort of thing. And I almost feel like that's kind of what I'm doing with the Killian here. So I just have good memories with this one. It's kind of one of those staples that like I know I'm gonna smell good with it. And so I put it at number 3. All right, if you've been with me for a minute, this might not shock you that this is at number 2. This is a Phlur Mood Ring. So I bought this a couple of months ago during one of the Sephora sales, and I am well over halfway through with it. And I think once I got to the halfway point, I did that thing where I was like, ugh, stop using it. You're gonna run out of it. But this is one that I would definitely repurchase. I love this scent so much. Okay, so the full size retails for $99. A cheap one, some say. And then the travel size version, which is right here, this retails for $29. So the fragrance family is floral and the scent type is fruity florals. The keynotes is fruit gummies, obsessed, orange flower, and glazed musk. About the fragrance, it says this is a dynamic, vibrant, mood-enhancing fragrance that transports you to a technicolor daydream. It starts with the nostalgic sweetness of fresh gummies that burst through bright orange zest and dragon fruit pulp, while sunny blooms of marigold and orange flower add a dreamy ambiance. Mood Ring is a vividly addictive and ecstatic escape. This one is just nice. I like this one a whole lot because it's so interesting. So I want to say Angie was wearing this on our Italy trip because we hosted group trips to Italy and Greece last year. And we did Italy first, and I think she was wearing it there. And I kept being like, what are you wearing? I really like that scent. And so she said it was this one. And so I bought it during the next Sephora sale because to me, I want to say, and this is probably incorrect, but I almost want to say that it's like, it's somehow spicy. In my mind, when I smell it, I think of the word spice. And I don't think that's correct because I'm looking at like fruity florals, fruity, and I'm like, where is the spice? Is it the glazed musk maybe? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that musky scent is what I'm thinking is spicy in my mind. I feel like maybe that's it, but I love that like one of the top notes, fruit gummies, like obsessed with that. Oh, this is such a good one. I love this for day and night. I will be repurchasing this one. We're gonna use it up, I know it. I know I'm doing that thing where I'm like, no, I don't want to use it all the way up. But that one is so good. I highly, highly recommend it. And then this one is like the epitome of saying like, I don't want to use something up because I'm going to be so sad. Again, this is from Dossier, and this one is in powdery tobacco. Again, if you've been with me for a minute, I've talked about powdery tobacco before. I think I put it in my Best of Beauty for 2024 as well. This one is $39 is what this retails for with the full size. And it's inspired by Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. That was a favorite fragrance of mine. I bought that. I bought like a mini size of it years ago, and that was my favorite. And this to me, like how I was saying that the Woody Sage, I didn't find it to be exact as the Jo Malone. This to me is very, very, very similar to Powdery Tobacco, but at a much less price point. This, the top notes, tobacco, ginger, apricot, middle notes, honey, vanilla, cocoa, base notes, tonka bean, dry fruits, and blonde woods. I have like gotten to here and I'm just like, I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it all the way up, but I know that it's okay to do it. But from the About on the Dossier website, again, unisex, Powdery Tobacco sublimates the unique scent of tobacco leaves. Fruity and sweet honey facets of tobacco are highlighted and lit up by a touch of ginger. Then the fragrance unfolds at the base for more depth thanks to vanilla, tonka bean, and gourmand notes of dry fruit and cacao. Opulent, highly qualitative, and assertive, Powdery Tobacco perfectly reinvents the cozy atmosphere of the lounge in a London club. Wait, I love that. This, to me, this Powdery Tobacco, if I still had Powdery Tobacco in my collection, that would be a top favorite as well, but I have used that one all the way up. But Tobacco Vanille, the Tom Ford one, when I have people ask for a fragrance suggestion or Sephora's having like a sale on fragrances, what should I get? I do talk about the Tom Ford one because it is quite expensive. But if you are looking for a more affordable option, that is still gonna be very close. Now, again, I don't think it's spot on. I think it's more closer than the Woody Sage. Like, I'm not trying to say it's exactly the same, but it's closer than the Woody Sage is to the Jo Malone, and it's so nice. This is what I love on a date night. I have a like a staycation coming up this weekend, and this is gonna be the perfume that I'm bringing along because it's got the vibe and it's so nice. But these two, Powdery Tobacco and Mood Ring, these are ones that I've had for a hot minute. The Powdery Tobacco more than the Mood Ring, but these are the two that I like really like. Those are so good. It was hard to choose between a number one, and I think I went with the Dossier because I've had it a little bit longer. Again, I'm someone who like, I try to also base not just on what I love like right at this moment, but what has like been with me for a while. So that's why I wanted to give the number one to Dossier. But again, I will have all of these linked down below. I hope you enjoyed ranking all 10 of my fragrances that I have in my collection. I feel a little bit like, whoo, from sniffing all of these perfumes now, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.